So good, but it's so hot.
Tear down 조금씩 천천히 젖어드는 moonlight 이 밤 긴 어둠 몰아내고 wait up wake up yeah we already feel the same.
What's going on, you guys? It's Kiki Bobby here, and I am back. It's been a while since I've done a book review, and again, we're looking at Love Journey, and we're gonna look at somebody else too that I have not looked at in a while. We're gonna look at Liliana Hart, and guys, don't forget that my books are now out. I am currently working on the third book, and it's taking a little longer than expected because my kids have been on and off sick, and then what they just had, I'm catching as we speak right now. Like, my throat right now is like real itchy, so I have some tea, I have some cough drops. I'm good. I'm gonna try and get as much content out as I possibly can before this, whatever this is, just says sit down somewhere. You know what I mean? So, but let's look at the books that I have just finished reading. It took me a while to read those because, well, my oldest one was really sick, so, and you hear little man in the background, he coughing too, so he's just getting over it. My niece is here, so she's still coughing about it, with that whole ishness. Like, she just, I don't know what it was, but everyone's getting sick. Alright, so we all know Love Journey. We all know her. She's awesome. She's just a great writer and author. She is my mentor and friend, and I love to read the stuff that she's written, as well as it is. Her books are also they're like guides for me when I write my book, as well as K-dramas. So we're looking at. She finished off the AMBW Winter Romance series, Love by the Chase. This book right here was really good, and I was waiting for it. I've been waiting for it, and I'm so happy that I read it. It was so good when I read it, and I'm sitting there biting my fingers on what's happening and everything. I'm like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen and whatnot. This book is a good refresher, or a good, like, roundabout happy end. It is from the first and second book, where it just drove you nuts to figure out what was going on with these two, what was going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, is he going to be able to get to her? Like, seriously, like, Hyun Lee, we know Hyun Lee, like, come on, man. Excuse me, see? And his brief affair with Monique when he was hiding out from his crazy ex-girlfriend. Crazy. And I mean, chick is nuts. Chick is nuts. The first two, Saved by the Chase and Chase Back to You, are the greatest. Now, in the last book, Loved by the Chase, rounds the whole thing out, brings it full circle, it ends it off in the greatest way possible, and it makes you feel like, yes, everything about this is right with the world. You know what I mean? So, yes, this is a real good book to read. I recommend it. I gave it 5 stars, and I recommend this book to anybody, really, honestly. So, would I just, like, would I read it over again? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Okay? Like, for real. So, the next book that I finished reading is His Unexpected Love. Here's the cover right here. It's nice, ain't it? I love it. It's really nice. Oh gosh. If you guys have read the last book from her, this is really hurting my throat. I'm so sorry, y'all. Her Unexpected Fate. His Unexpected Love is a sequel to Her Unexpected Fate. And you remember Mika, the female tiger shapeshifter, and her man Siguri. Now everything is coming. It's like it was kind of upsetting to me that everything is just hitting her at once. She's trying to get with his family to like her, and then some other tiger shapeshifter, spoiler alert, is trying to get with her, and he tried to. It's like, oh Lord, I'm not gonna give too much away, but it's like a kind of refresher, and it's what's really nice to me. What's really good to me is the fact that he didn't care what his family thought. It happened. It's over with. It's done. You either deal with it or you don't. And I love that. I wish more guys were like that. I wish more girls were like that too. Because sometimes we rely too much on mom and dad's approval, and if it doesn't work, then we'll just go with what mom and dad say. And in turn, we miss out on happiness, which is kind of sad. So sometimes it works out, but then sometimes it doesn't. Most of the time it doesn't. I'm sorry. Not sometimes it doesn't. Most of the time it doesn't. Because then you'll be so depressed on what you don't get. Which is what I was feeling that, Mika was not exactly, fitting in with his family. And it hurt me to know that. I'm like, oh, she's trying so hard. She's trying so hard. I'm like, I know that feeling. The book is a nice perspective from, I would say, both their point of views, more so on his than hers, but both their point of views. You know what I mean? So it was the book, His Unexpected Love, just had me sitting there questioning, and I'm sitting there like, oh my gosh, what are you gonna do? What's gonna happen? You need to do this. Please get away from him. This guy's bad news. You need to stay. Y'all need to dip, dodge, and get out. Like all that. Yeah, all that. All of it and above. And I gave the book 5 stars as well, because my reasoning behind that. These are good books. They're good reads. Each book is different from the other. Each book has its different pace. Yes, it's an A and B love story. Yes, it's A and B related, AMBW related. Asian man, black woman. It goes together. Most people don't understand it. Not many will. But it's something that needs to be shined up, because you have a lot of Asian men and you have a lot of black women that dig it. So I'll just say it. And then it's vice versa with black men and Asian women too. So it's just not them. I'm all for the swirl life. So I'm just saying, really, it's not a bad thing. And with these books like this, books like His Unexpected Fate, I don't disappoint. The K-Pop Promise series, Live, Love, Aloha, all Love Journey's books. And there's other authors out there that have, the AMBW, but then they also have Swirl Life. I call them Swirl Life books because it's swirl that love, swirl the culture, it's just swirl. But there's another author out there whose book I'm going to start reading called Black Queen Dark Knight, and it is WMBW. You guys know what that is. So, and that looks really good. Here's a picture of the cover right here in front of my face. Looks good, don't it? I'm going to start reading that, and it's by excuse me, Marie Avant. I hope I said your name correctly and properly. I'm so sorry. But yes, those are some of her books one of her books that she had written, and I'm all for it. Getting off subject here. The next book I read that I was so excited about when she announced it from Love Journey was Sweet Fantasy. Sweet Fantasy is like a paranormal type of AMBW book, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. It made me laugh. It made me really laugh. I was like, oh my, okay. But then it was like, oh gosh, there's like so much happening at the same time. There's a lot of action in it. And it's like, if you're into like the type of love action type of books, like, okay, cool, I can dig it. Yeah, all right. It was really good. I gave most of Love Journey's book 5 stars. I don't feel that I need to give 4 stars because I feel like I'm being harshly real with what I said. I feel like that I'm not picking favoritism, and I don't want to. I don't want to feel like, just because she's my friend, I'm gonna give her 5 stars and tell her how really. No, that's not how it is. and the last book that I looked at, she just released it about a few days ago, about a week or a few days ago. I forgot which, but it's in it's about a few ago, called "Stay with Me," and I just finished that yesterday, and I found that to be really cute. It's really nice. It's a fresh take, you know. It's not, and it's like you got two cultures again mixed together, and it's like it takes place in the I'm rambling. It takes place in a modern world, corporate world, between boss and worker, and it's like, okay, well, not really her boss, but kind of superior. I'm gonna get back to Sweet Fantasy because I didn't mention the names or anything, but let's talk about Stay With Me for a second. All right, I hope I say it right. Ki-yeon, I think I said it right. All right, Ki-yeon Yoon. Okay, he's a Blasian chef, so he's a little bit of the swirl baby too. So, all right, yes, all right. He's you know, he top dog, he big league. Okay, but then he meets Miss Kiana Sullivan, a talented software engineer at the same company that Mr. Ki-yeon is the chief financial officer at. Like, I'm your boss, but I'm gonna get down to your level type of deal. You know what I mean? So those are the names, and I said before in the last video that I like the fact that each couple has the same initial names. But then it's a good change from having the same initial names to like different initial names that have different initials, like, you know, Kion and Kiana. All right. But then with his unexpected love, it's Mika and Singiri, which is awesome. So, Hyun Lin, or Hyun Lee, I'm sorry, Hyun Lin. Added an N in there, sorry. And Monique. Alright? So, back to what I was saying about Sweet Fantasy. We're going back. Let's rewind. And, hold up, I'm sorry, because I'm looking at my Kindle just to be sure that I get the names right and what I'm saying is correct and I don't just come up with the top of my head. Alright? Sweet Fantasy is a clean, and I mean squeaky clean AMVW book. Alright? So this is a, yeah. It's a book. It's there. So, excuse me. It has the whole Sweet Fantasy's collection of 4 clean, wholesome paranormal romantic stories plus a bonus book. So you'll lose yourself in your shapeshifters. I'm reading a brief description. Paranormal investigation, magical creatures, mystery, and unexpected love. A happily ever after all over the world. And included in this is Red Knight, Junya, which I reviewed earlier, his unexpected fate, her unexpected fate, his unexpected love, and then number 5 was a bonus book. So, which is of course a chance to love you, and you guys know I read that and fell in love with it. I had to read it again. It was that good. I loved it. It was really good. But then it goes on that you go through them, that you can read her thank yous, where you can contact her. Her contact information is down in the description below, but here it is for those that don't want to scroll down right now. So Now I'm going to tell you guys about Miss Liliana Hart. She's been out for a hot minute, and I love Liliana Hart's books. I read Cade, I read Dane, I read Thomas, I read Riley, I read Cooper. I love them all. I didn't finish the rest of the Mackenzie books, Mackenzie Security books, I'm sorry. Mackenzie Security novels. I still got the rest of her books to read. I only did Cade, and then I have to read the rest of them, like Shadows and Silk. I definitely gotta read Secret and Satin, Sins and Scarlet Lace. I definitely gotta read those because I can read Cade over and over again. I can read Dane over and over again. I can read Thomas, Cooper, Riley. Yeah, I can read them all over and over again because that, let me just say, those books are just like flat out, yo, Okay, I see you. Right. I got you with that one. Alright. So they're really good. Living on the Heart has some of the raunchiest, dirtiest books I've ever seen, and they're so good. I like books that just are really real with it. Also included in her Mackenzie, I call it the Mackenzie collection. That's what I'm gonna call it. She has a Mackenzie family novella. It's A Christmas with Dane, and then there's others too along with that. It's the whole series, from reading Dane the first time to going to Cade, to going to Thomas, then to Cooper, then to Riley. They're all books. They're all great books. Of course they're all books, but they're all great books. Would I recommend them? Only to those that are over 18 and can handle those types of books. Because if you can't handle it, I wouldn't recommend it to you like that. I advise you not to touch those books if you cannot handle it. If you can, go ahead, get them. Alright. Guys, that about wraps it up for me as far as these book reviews. All the books that I mentioned are down in the description below. Excuse me. Now, probably next book review, I'm going to finish off Shane Layton. She's another one of my friends, and if you don't know her, then you need to check her out. She had a movie that came out some years ago that I am so in love with, called The Incubus, and I adore watching it. It's just so good. She is a birthday twin for me, so, and her husband wasn't her husband at the time, is in that movie, and is also on the cover of her books called A Vampire's Reflection and Of Light and Darkness. Again, all the books that I mentioned are down in the description below if you want to check them out. When I finish reading these books, because I got 2 copies of Light and Darkness, because I want it for the covers. The covers are beautiful. I love you, Shane, and I love these books. I gotta finish Of Light and Darkness, and then I will give my full-on review of Light and Darkness by Shane Layton. So, am I excited to keep doing these videos for you, book review-wise? Yes, I am. I really am. Because I like talking about books. I love books. I'm a bookworm. I may not seem like it with me obsessed over K-pop and everything else, and K-dramas, and then other music, and then movies. I haven't done movie reviews in a minute, which I need to start doing too. So, and I haven't done a lot of makeup mommies because y'all know I don't like to wear a lot of makeup mommy. I don't like to wear a lot of makeup. Period. I really don't. It's a waste of time for me. It's not for everybody. It's just not for me like that. So, but other than that, you guys, that about wraps it up for me. My name is Kia Bobia. If you like what you see in this video, hit that like button. You want to see more, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications so you know personally when I post the video, and that way you can be the one to comment first underneath the video. My books are out right now. Starstruck and Flashing Lights is out on Kindle now, and Starstruck is out on paperback. I'm still working on getting Flashing Lights into paperback, so you guys should have it. The Price of Fame is the 3rd book coming out this summer. I want to try and get it out before my son goes on to kindergarten or leaves pre-K this coming up summer. So you guys stay tuned for that. With everyone being sick, it's kind of been hard for me to, focus a little bit, and it's okay. It happens. You're a parent. When you try and do stuff, stuff can happen, and you can't help it. So, I pray your forgiveness and thank you guys for your patience so much. For those that have supported me with this channel and with the books, I appreciate you so much. I have nothing but LOVE love for you. And, yep, that's all I have to say for right now. So, see all the other videos that I have done, as well as look at Makeup Mommy, look at Kia Bobia Reacts, and look at the other book reviews that I have done that I've just pointed around my head. And also forget to hit that subscribe button. Alright, you guys, that about wraps up for me, and I am out of here. Remember, K-pop makes the world go around, music equals life, and I love you all. Bye-bye!
무의미한 하루에 익숙해질 때 지쳐있을 때쯤에 난